Good morning, everyone. This is Angelos Zittis from IronFX, bringing you the morning comment for the 14th of August. World financial markets drop over Turkey's currency crisis. Equity indexes and shares all over the world dropped as concerns over the Turkish Lira melting deepened further. The Dow Jones Industrial Average, the S&P 500 and the European Banking Index were all down on Monday's trading session, displaying further uncertainty. Most significant was German Foreign Minister Heiko Maas' statement that Ankara could improve its relationship with both the United States and Germany, which would improve its economic troubles. The Turkish lira's dive sent the euro to a new 13th-month low. At the same time, metal prices plunged on Monday as gold fell to a 17-month low, pressured by rising geopolitical uncertainty and a stronger greenback. Gold weakened further since Friday, breaking the psychological threshold of 1200, but stabilized somewhat during today's European morning. If the selling interest persists, then the precious metal may break the 1,192.31 support barrier and aim lower for the 1,186.47 support hurdle. On the other hand, if the shiny metal is undertaken by a bullish sentiment, we could see gold aiming for the 1,201.64 resistance level and even break it, aiming for the 1,208.35 resistance barrier. However, gold has been on a downfall for months now, and gold's ability as a safe haven has been turned down due to increases in US interest rates, which boost the dollar, reducing gold demand. Iran vows to keep regional policies unchanged. According to Iranian Foreign Minister, Iran will proceed normally its operations in the Middle East despite America's interference. At the same time, Iran's supreme leader rejected US President Trump's offer of unconditional talks to overcome obstacles and banned any talks with the US. However, he made it clear that there will be no war with the US. The latest comments were made due to a sharp fall in the Iranian rial currency that has prompted angry protests in Iran. Crude oil prices dropped during Monday after various sources indicated supply increased during the past week. However, later on the same day, the commodity's price corrected and made up for the previous decline. Technically, the RSI indicator in the 1-hour chart remains along the reading of 50, implying a rather indecisive market. If the commodity continues to be overtaken by a bullish sentiment, we could see it move higher and break the 67.75 resistance level. On the other hand, should traders favor crude oil short positions, we could see the commodity moving lower to the 66.79 support level and aim for the 66.03 support barrier. For in-depth information and updates on the oil market, please follow our weekly outlook to be released later on today. Today's economic highlights: during the European morning, we get Germany's GDP for the second quarter and Germany's inflation data for July. Also, the UK's unemployment rate for June is released, and then follows the Eurozone's German ZEF economic sentiment. As for the rest of the week, on Wednesday, early in the Asian morning, we get Australia's wage price index for the second quarter, and in the European session, we get the UK's inflation data. Later in the US session, we get the US core retail sales and retail sales for July. On Thursday, in the Asian morning, we get Australia's unemployment rate for July. In the European session, we get the UK's retail sales for July. And in the American session, we get the US housing starts. On a rather quiet Friday, in the US session, we get Canada's inflation data. For more information, please read the full comment on ironfx.com or download our app and get all the information you need to trade. Also, you can follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, or circle us on Google Plus to get more trading ideas. This is Angelos Zittis from IronFX, wishing you solid trading.